today. From CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
There are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21, with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And that's good.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again here, Wilson escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10.
How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, Wilson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the 2nd round, not the 1st round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And touchdown, Seahawks!
There's a sight that fans were used to seeing a little bit more earlier in his career. Just 3 rushing touchdowns last year for Russell Wilson. He's had as many as 6 in a season. I think he's a lot more selective, a little more judicious about running the football now, but still scares the heck out of any defense when he decides to tuck it and go.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Powell on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Now 2nd and 10.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st down, Atlanta.
They go play action now. Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Gage, 26 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point forthcoming.
Up for the point after.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Sterling Hoffrichter.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Seattle Seahawks at 4-0 now. This last victory, not the rollover that some had expected against Miami Week 4, but they do get the W 31-23. And Russell Wilson continuing to be the story of the NFL the first month of the season. Threw 2 more touchdown passes. That's now 16 for him on the year, tied for the most through 4 games in NFL history. And in that game against Miami, the Seahawks started slow. It was 17-15 in the fourth quarter, but they found a way to get it done, Charles. Touchdowns by David Moore, and Chris Carson finished off Miami.
Yeah, and many thought Chris Carson might not play after the knee injury the week before against Dallas, but he came back and he was punishing in the run game. I still can't believe this, though, Brandon. This Seahawks defense, they're the only team in the league to allow 400-plus yards in each of their first 4 games. Their head coach Pete Carroll is a defensive guru. He must be going nuts with that statistic. But here's the bottom line. We're all smelling what Russ is cooking, aren't we? My goodness, you talk about a start. That's unbelievable. This is an offensive team now in Seattle, and a team that believes they can get to the Super Bowl. Sunday night or next week against Minnesota before their open week shows up week 6. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Oh, that was dangerous.
Wilson's pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
It's now second and 10.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it they're picking up the first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season, and has finally found his way in the league. Last year in Los Angeles with the Rams, had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Powell on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta Falcons here getting the football back, and this is a team that, boy, you feel for them. They've had some heartbreaking losses, and then week 4, a tough one on the road to go play Green Bay, and they drop that. The season now you feel hanging by a thread at 0-4, and they'll look for their first victory in week 5 as they do go back home hosting Carolina in a division game before going back up north to face the Minnesota Vikings in week 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now this defense, of course, well aware of what Todd Gurley can do from his days in the NFC West. They had to game plan ways to stop him for 5 years as a member of the St. Louis and then later the L.A. Rams. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And a loose football, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Ryan's pass complete.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson, and it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them double and triple covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you the excellence of Julio Jones.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Ryan going to get this complete to Hurst. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
A gain of 7.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Ryan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
A loss of 9.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A loss of 6 yards.
Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Returning it is Moore. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 64 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Powell on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
Look at the big man rumble. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun, Ryan. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Fumble on the play.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
A gain of 9.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Being chased out left. They'll try and run it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Forced out to his left. He'll run it, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
By Allen Bailey.
And that is is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dante Fowler picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brings up fourth down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
A 45-yard attempt. Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
24. Falcons 14.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
6-yard line.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Caught on the right side by Jones. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Gain on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 44, Ryan toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards.
39-yard line.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The previous play is under review.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Powell on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
First down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go play action with Ryan. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
A loss of 9 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Ryan's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered by...
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Wilson give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll run the screen with Carson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jared Reed able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle.
Complete.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
To Calvin.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
First down.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms. And this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers. But that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver. From
midfield now, here's Ryan. And this is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Falcons cut into that lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Coup now for the point after.
For the point after.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time a 6-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
21.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. He lets it fly from, he's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the 1st half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Intended for David.
This secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it up.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone, and they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. It's taken to the 26. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. On first down, Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
CD, I want to sneak in a little NFC East talk here. I don't know what to make of this division. Through 4 weeks, they are a combined 3-12-1. The Eagles would actually be the division champs right now at 1-2-1. Washington and Dallas 1-3. The Giants certainly not out of it, even though, CD, they're 0-4.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Powell on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up
maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He gives to Gurley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Russell Gage.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
It's 2nd down and
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, 42 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Sterling Hoffman.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Chris Carson.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 4 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Michael Dixon.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Falcons.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And with that, let's look ahead to Week 5, Charles. Some of the big games coming up as we continue into October. Starts with a good one Thursday night, 3-1 Bucks, the 3-1 Chicago Bears. That's Brady versus Foles. I'm sure we'll hear plenty about that. And then Indianapolis and Cleveland, one of those teams, Charles, is going to be 4-1. What else do you have on? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Interception.
Oh, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Allen Bailey able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down by
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's Powell on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and now it's second down.
Well, hey, you know what I want to do? Let's take a look at some of the leaders right now around the National Football League. It's some impressive numbers. Although the Cowboys are struggling, Dak Prescott, almost 1,700 passing yards. He's on pace right now for better than 6,700. Russell Wilson, we know how well he's playing. 16 passing touchdowns. That's on a record pace. Rushing-wise, Dalvin Cook, 424 yards. He also leads the league with 6 touchdowns. Had a huge game against the Texans in Week 4. And then, yes, we have to talk receivers too, don't we, CD?
We certainly do. How about DeAndre Hopkins leads the league with 39 catches. A nice move for him to Arizona. In terms of yardage, you got 3 guys over 400 yards in a tight bunch. Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf on top at 403. Amari Cooper just 2 yards back, and Hopkins just 6 yards back. So what we're finding is that offense is really going crazy here in the early going in the NFL. Take a look at the holding calls across the league, partner. They're way down. I think that's promoting offensive football.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That one's going to be complete to David Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when a screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Now Wilson on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Wilson. That's complete to Swain. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Myers' kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage.
Seahawks 43, Falcons 28.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Here's Powell on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, That means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. From the 30 on second down, Ryan.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. The 30, 10, 5, and he is down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown.
Number 18,
Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this one's back to an 8-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Sterling
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
at their own 25-yard.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
With that, we want to remind you, it takes all of us to fight cancer. That's why the NFL and the American Cancer Society teamed up to create Crucial Catch. They've been working together for over a decade, and you can join the fight. Get screened today. Visit NFL.com/crucialcatch. And that, Charles, obviously a very worthy endeavor.
No doubt about it. Everybody that I know, probably everyone you know, affected in some way or some form, everyone wants to support this cause.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Wilson on target there to Moore, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
Good catch there by DK Metcalf. And when he came into the league, we were all impressed by his physical attributes. Looked like he was chiseled out of stone. This guy's body is one that we all really wanted to have. But as his rookie season progressed, they added more and more to his plate. Now at times, with his size, his speed, and ability to catch the ball downfield, he looks downright unstoppable.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
The second down pass. A fumble on the play.
Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be fourth down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
35.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Here's Powell on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Here's Gurley now, toss right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
He was taken down by...
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up second and 9 at the 36.
From the shotgun, Ryan. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Pass complete to Olamide Zaccheaus.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan able to connect with his top man, Julio Jones. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And he rifles one incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Another carry now for Gurley. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's more on the return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Dancing to his left. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right, going for Met, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, escaping the press, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Powell on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Again they run with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And it's fielded at the 34.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's got to like what he's seen from himself so far, right, Charles? He's just looking, had a great first half, good here in the 3rd quarter, just looking to keep that going.
So what you're saying is he can't wait to watch the game film on this
He's
one,
going to
right?
like that session.
Oh, he's going to love what he sees, but he wants to finish up strong, continue to be as sharp as what we've seen in this game, and find a way to close it out with even bigger numbers. No interceptions is probably his favorite stat.
Yeah, and the 3 touchdowns, too. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the 1st quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog. Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the gun, Ryan firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Makes the score Seahawks 56, Falcons 43.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit?
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. L.J. Collier picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun. Ryan, short throw underneath to Hurst. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan, and that is incomplete here.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He's going to take off with it.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Allen Bailey able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's going to keep it here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Intended for Russell Gage.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This one caught by Ridley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
And the
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
When you throw it as often as Matt Ryan does, you're going to face some pressure. He tied for the most sacks last year with 48 as he got sacked there again, but he also led the league in completions. A little bit of feast and famine when Matt Ryan goes back into the pocket.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Allen Bailey, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Was looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Atlanta.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing again. Ryan. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Atlanta.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Wilson wants to throw it. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now Wilson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.